Okay, so good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for today's webinar, Smart Technology for Smart Operators. This is going to be a joint webinar presented by the Storage Group and Storage Commander Software. It's going to be just a quick 30-minute webinar focused on how modern technology tools can help boost your online revenue and digital presence while also keeping your information safe. We're also going to have some time at the end for some Q&A with the introduction of a special discounted bundle as well. So be sure to save your questions and don't run off too quickly after the presentation. I should probably introduce myself too. I know I have hair in this picture, but you know, times change. My name is Kevin Kerr. I'm the marketing manager for Storage Commander Software. I've been in self-storage industry for about 7 years now, and I'm a frequent contributor to industry publications and events. Besides that, I spend a lot of time on the self-storage talk forums, chatting with owners, operators, other vendors, which if you haven't been there before, I suggest checking that out sometime as well. It's actually a great resource, and all the members and moderators on there really enjoy helping each other out and sharing their experience. Besides that, I've also been a speaker at a number of state and national self-storage conferences. In fact, later this year, I'll be doing a joint presentation with the Storage Group and Veritech Solutions over at the ISS World Expo this coming July. So if you're planning on attending, make sure to stop by the presentation and our respective booths, say hi. Anyways, enough about me. In case you're not familiar with our company, I just want to take a quick moment before the presentation, promise this won't take long, just to mention our Storage Commander cloud management software. We've been developing management software for the self-storage industry since 1998. And last year, we actually even introduced our cross-platform management software, Storage Commander Online, which you can actually see here. We really try to put an emphasis on how flexible that our software is, along with all the features you expect in a modern software, just without the inflated price tag of some of our competitors out there. That all said, I'm actually going to pass this imaginary mic over to our other presenter, Cody Churchill.
Hi there, I'm Cody Churchill, Marketing Manager of the Storage Group. I've been with the company for just under a year, and my experience is in emails, content, and digital marketing in the e-commerce industry. As Kevin just said, I'll be attending the ISS World Expo in July and assisting in the presentation in May at the FSSA conference. So please stop by, introduce yourself, and say hello. I would absolutely love to meet you. A little bit about the Storage Group. It's a digital marketing and technology company for the self-storage industry. We have 25 years of industry experience and are home to the most advanced self-storage e-commerce platform, Click and Store Online Rental Suite. It was also the first tool in the industry. We provide industry-leading solutions for seamless online rentals, security, and digital marketing. Contactless has become the preferred way to do business last year, and having a rental tool to capture renters looking to reserve or move in online is a necessity. With Click and Store Online Rental Suite, we offer the ability to reserve, move in, and make a payment, but we also provide the most advanced digital facility experience to your tenants. For security, as businesses move more digital, keeping up with the latest trends for online renting is essential. The Storage Group introduced an advanced ID verification recently, and you'll hear more about that and learn more about it as it's one of the first in the industry. We also do digital marketing because not only do facilities need websites, but marketing your facility in the storage industry helps you stand out against competition. The Storage Group offers an in-house SEO team, social media, and pay-per-click advertising to assist as you explore the new digital way of doing business. What we'll go over in this webinar is 1, the importance of online rentals, contactless technology for a contactless world. 2, keeping your facility secure. You'll learn a little bit about data protection from Kevin and ID verification from the Storage Group. Boosting revenue. Find out some smart ways to increase your facility revenue and providing a seamless experience. So find out ways to improve your tenant experience online. The first part we'll go over is the importance of online rentals. Looking at our rental tool data last year, the Storage Group discovered that 59% of rentals were outside of normal business hours, which would be 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. There was a 157% increase from 2019 to 2020 in online rentals and a 135% increase in online payments from 2019 to 2020. Benefits of smart technology we'll be talking about is 1, an increase in online visibility with digital marketing and a website. 2, providing a seamless experience to increase tenant satisfaction. Ways that you can control the online experience would be by reducing pop-up windows, providing purchasing options for renters, and making the process very simple and easy. 3, standing out amongst competitors with options not found anywhere else. Implementing services and features such as tiered value pricing, and even the ability to add items last minute to their cart without having to run to the store before they move in are great benefits. 4, boosting online rental revenue through additional services and features. For example, are you using coupon codes to re-engage with renters who have left your site and never checked out? Some of the smart technology that the storage group offers are listed here. We have tiered value pricing, clickandstore.com directory, the coupon codes for abandonment emails, the SureScan ID verification, progressive web apps, and e-sign lease customization. The second part we'll be going over is keeping your facility secure. And Kevin's going to go ahead and discuss more about it after I talk to you about SureScan ID verification. SureScan ID verification is an additional step in the ID verification process. Instead of uploading just an ID, renters will submit an ID and a recent photo of themselves. Using biometric facial recognition, the photo and the ID will confirm if it's the same person before approving that rental. And that helps keep your facility and tenants safe and is an additional step to prevent misinformation. I do want to add here that I read in the news article yesterday that Disney exploring facial recognition for annual pass holders. It's an extra step of security and identification to get into their parks. I will also say that Airbnb is already known for currently approving online rentals using this form of ID verification. Kevin, would you like to go ahead and talk more about Storage Commander?
Sure. Thanks, Cody. I do really like that SureScan ID verification, by the way. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
So while I feel like most modern management software has very similar functionality as far as we can do online rentals, text messages, manage your units, there's a big difference under the hood, so to speak. So this next section is really to help you start asking some important questions about your software that you might not typically consider. Most people understand and appreciate that your software data is hosted in the cloud, but they don't really look beyond that when there are actually big differences that can easily affect your daily operations. A good example of this comes to mind is actually last month, there was a flood of users on the Self-Storage Talk forums complaining they couldn't get into their management software. They couldn't take payments, they couldn't rent units, nothing. Finally, a rep jumped on almost 7 hours later to tell them that the issue was resolved. And I say this not to knock any other management software providers. The software itself actually had nothing to do with it, but they were using and at the complete mercy of Amazon Web Services. So if they go down, so do the other software providers that use them. The reason I bring all this up, excuse me, is to shed some light on the benefits of our hosting platform, which is Microsoft Azure. Azure has a guaranteed 99.95% uptime in their service level agreement, loads of security built into their infrastructure to keep your data safe, and the ability to have multiple backups and redundancy for extra protection. Another thing that I want to mention, since this actually came up a while back, was that some customers experience a data bottleneck that leads to very slow performance. I don't think that this is something that you would typically see on something even like AWS, but depending on your provider's data hosting, you could experience extremely sluggish performance at peak times. One company that moved over to us excuse me, a while back had something like 20 locations. And before they migrated to our software, they were actually having trouble when they were closing out their end of day. Evidently, the bottleneck of data while they were trying to close out was so bad that it took them something like 2 hours to close out each day, which is ridiculous by anybody's standards. We avoid things like this by using a geo IP lookup to make sure that we're hosting your data from the closest data center possible to you. And with 13 data centers in North America alone, this ensures that you maintain a fast and reliable connection even during peak hours. So this next topic is always fun. We're going to be talking about ways to boost your potential revenue using modern technology. As a self-storage operator in 2021, you actually have a wide variety of revenue management options just waiting to be tapped into. I'm not going to go over traditional rate changes, by which I mean facility-wide flat rate changes, because operators have been doing them for decades and there's nothing really new with them. If you want to maximize your revenue with those, you can wait until you're around or above 90% occupancy, do a rate change, the end. What I really want to talk about, though, are revenue management techniques that you use technology to leverage. It's going to be more focused on dynamic rate changes and automatically applying rate changes by contract. So dynamic rate changes by occupancy or push rates are simply rates that are based on the supply and demand of your available units. And they're intended to give you the best possible return of investment. This works great to either squeeze the most out of your faster selling units or conversely make an underperforming size seem more attractive. These changes also work great alongside other technology tools such as Click and Store's online rental tool and will automatically update the rates shown online as well. Automatically applying rate changes are probably my favorite though. I personally like to gauge performance gradually over time and then make changes when necessary. What this form of revenue management does is every time you get a new rental, it automatically applies almost a hidden rate change to that individual account for a predetermined time in the future. For example, we'll say a year. So if John comes and rents from us today, 11 months from now, he receives an automatically generated notification that his rate will be increasing next month by X amount. And the rate change goes into effect 30 days after. So based on your rental trends, you can modify the time that passes and the rate increase to find what will have the least impact on your tenants while having the most impact on your profits. Then you can set the automatic rate increase to occur again in the future based on your experience. So basically, I suggest finding a balance that works best for you and for your tenants. While sometimes operators are a bit hesitant to implement changes, revenue management really helps to ensure that your business stays profitable. Next, I'm going to have Cody go through some of the really amazing ways that the storage group can help boost your revenue as well. Cody?
Thank you. Some ways that there's sometimes people that are a little bit afraid of using abandonment emails, but it's actually a great way to grab the attention of renters who have already left your rental tool without renting a unit. And everyone has had experiences with abandonment emails, reminding you of that shirt from Gap or the hat from even like Dick's Sporting Goods that you added to your cart, but you didn't actually buy. It reminds you of your actions that you may have walked away from. So maybe someone rang the doorbell, or you were busy making dinner, or a kid ran in and you forgot about it. Drive urgency to complete that reservation with coupon codes. This is a brand new thing that we just introduced. Coupons will create that urgency to return and reserve their unit because it's available for a limited time. It demands immediate reactions from it. The best part is facilities can set up the amount that the coupon is good for and the expiration date of the coupon. So say it's for 10% off and it expires in 24 or 48 hours. It's another way to capture additional revenue. And this is revenue you otherwise may have not have had because they abandoned their cart. Storage Depot is a huge supporter of abandonment emails because of the additional revenue that they've seen for it. In 2019, we tracked 94 abandonments for our North Texas stores. Of that 94, 50% moved in, which is 47 units. If you assume $100 per move-in, that's $4,700 per month in revenue. Revenue that they may not have otherwise had without those abandonment emails. Another form of coupon codes that we just recently released, as of last week actually, is marketing coupon codes. This has been just released and offers the ability for facilities to create coupon codes similar to the abandonment email coupon codes, but to market it anywhere else that you would like, whether it's on social media, in an email, any codes that you want to provide in any marketing piece. Facility sets the amount and the discount that will be, just as the abandonment emails, and also the expiration date for it. Again, like the abandonment email coupon codes, it captures the attention of someone looking to rent a unit and drives urgency to reserve and move in. Most digital marketing agencies do not have the ability to offer them, but Click and Store Online Rental Suite has the capability for your facilities to create it and implement it. I wanted to send you a little image to see how this works. So this is a coupon code that was used on Facebook. It's called FB 2021, and someone went in and entered their coupon code, and then it gets applied as they reserve their unit. The next thing I wanted to talk about was tiered value pricing. We offer a 3D map with tiered value pricing, and I know that you've probably interacted with something similar to it in years. It's made its way into the industry last year, where you probably read an article or webinars on it, and chances are you've encountered it in the airline industry. So you book a ticket online and you choose if you want the main cabin or first class, and you select which area you prefer, and you spend more money if you value the first class seating more. Tier value pricing is very similar, also known as good, better, best. It allows renters to pay more money for a similar unit that has qualities they find more valuable. For example, if a unit is located near stairs or a security camera, they might find more value or worth in that, so they're willing to pay $5 or $10 more for it. Allowing tenants to pay more for a unit they find that has more worth helps boost their purchasing confidence and creates that urgency to go ahead and reserve it. Movie theaters have used it recently, right before COVID happened, where they would select the seat that you want and how close it is to the screen online. It's also known as dynamic pricing in other industries. The golf industry used it, where you pay more for an earlier tee time. This is an image of our 3D map with tiered value pricing. Some people are more visual when it comes to making decisions. And so as you can see, best would be the yellow. And here you could see if it's near stairs or a security camera. Better is the red, and the good ones are in the orange. The Click and Store directory is another way to acquire additional revenue. The directory is free to clients who are using the Click and Store Online Rental Suites. It's a great way to increase your visibility and is an additional way to be found digitally. Most notably, when your facility is on the directory, you receive 100% of the revenue that comes from your facility listing. Most directories take a percentage of your revenue, but this goes 100% into your pockets. The next part we're going to discuss is providing a seamless experience to tenants and renters. I want to talk a little bit about progressive web apps. Shopping online using a phone has more recently been known as m-commerce or mobile commerce. In 2020, Insider Intelligence stated that the mobile commerce revenue brought in $284 billion, which is 45% of all e-commerce sales. In 2019, mobile commerce brought in $128.4 billion. And in just 5 years, it's estimated to hit $418.9 billion come 2024. By the end of this year, Statistica predicts over half of the world population will have a mobile device. So what does that mean? Mobile phones are everywhere, and contactless has moved from using a desktop to a smartphone device. Stay ahead of this trend, and it's important to provide your storage services on a mobile device. And the easiest way to do so is through progressive web apps. They don't have to be downloaded from the App Store, but instead you download the website as a branded app on your phone. On our Pinnacle website, there's a button at the bottom right that says download the app. If you look at any of our websites or even on the demo, you'll see the icons at the bottom. I'm going to bring up this little page here and kind of shows you how that works. Having an app gives tenants the ability to reserve a unit, move in, and make a payment. It's an easy way to check on the account and even purchase supplies if a facility offers supplies on the website. This is Google technology that all Fortune 500 companies have switched to due to the power of it. It's lightning fast speed, easy to download, and automatically updates in the background. Finally, a seamless experience would be making the digital rental process easier, and there's not a better way to do it than with e-lease customizations. Your facility can provide one lease to multiple units at once, or customize leases on a unit-by-unit basis. And the best part is when a tenant goes to sign the lease, you can add additional addendums, whether it's an insurance form that needs to be signed or auto pay. Any of them can be added at the end and signed digitally at the same time as the lease. Simplifying the accessibility and ease of completing a rental makes a huge impression on tenants, can increase their purchasing confidence, and even help them make with positive online reviews and word of mouth. So that's a brief overview of the power of smart technology and some of the services and features that can set your facility apart.
Great, Cody. Thank you. So before we wrap all this up, we did mention a special bundle at the beginning, and I want to make this available to all of our attendees, as well as anyone else who might be watching a recording of this session. We got together earlier this year, and we put together some pretty amazing pricing for new customers who want to sign up for both of our services. Altogether, this package gives well over $1,500 in savings. So if you're looking to build yourself a stronger digital presence within your market while using an amazing and flexible management software, it's actually a really great opportunity to save some money at the same time. That pretty much brings us to the end of the presentation. We're going to take a few minutes to answer some questions that have been coming in, but I want to thank everyone who took the time to come in today. And I hope that this presentation has given everyone some insight into some of the awesome technology tools that are available to each and every one of you. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the first question. And if you've been thinking of any others, keep sending them on in and we'll try to get through all of them. Yeah, I'm actually gonna turn my video on too, because why not? All right. So, sorry, I'm trying to pull up the question thing. But so we have the first one over here. Do customers using the ID verification have to scan their face with their phone? What if they don't have a camera to do so? You want to take that, Cody?
They don't have to scan their face with their phone. They can provide a recent photo that they need.
No. That's helpful. Thank you. How do the abandonment emails work?
So the abandonment emails are scheduled to go out automatically after someone abandons their carts. And you can also previously set up the abandonment coupon codes. As we said, you can set up how much that's going to be worth and for how long those coupons are good for.
Awesome. Thank you. Can you use Storage Commander on an Apple computer? Well, I'll take that, obviously. To answer that, the version of Storage Commander that we released last year, Storage Commander Online, it can actually be used from any browser on any device, including Apple products. I think it personally works best on a tablet versus mobile. The larger screen size does help, but we've actually had a really great reception since its release last year, and it's completely free to our cloud users. So it's been working out great, thanks. That's pretty much it there. I think that's pretty much it right now. Just one quick thing I want to mention too, that the PWAs, I think, are such a fantastic integration because you don't actually see many people using those these days. I mean, you're getting more and more in different industries. For example, I see that even with my electricity bill. Southern California Edison here in California, they use PWAs for theirs. And one of the best things that I've noticed is that even if you're offline, you can still actually connect. Mm-hmm. It's SEO indexable. I mean, they are honestly amazing. But yeah, I mean, unless anyone else has any other questions they want to chime in with. Cody, do you have anything else?
I think that's it. We're happy to answer any questions. You can contact Jill Baker if you have any questions about any of the features and services we talked about. jbaker@storagegroupinc.com. She's amazing. And she's happy to show you any demos or answer any questions you might have as well.
Yeah, we'll both be over at the ISS this year, so look for us over there. Please try to make our presentation. It's providing a 5-star customer experience. I think that's what it is. Looking forward to that, and vote for both of us for Best of Business this year for ISS. Besides that, thank you so much for taking the time to join us, and I hope everyone has a great week.
Wonderful.
Thanks.